Okay, go. Let's do it. Fire away.
Welcome to the Zoom call. I'm just going to do really quickly a little bit about me and us guys here. So I'm Dan Aldridge, for those of you who don't know me on the Zoom call in Cassie's group. I'm a sales coordinator aiming for SSC this month. This is Harriet. Let's do stuff quickly.
Yeah, I'm Harriet, Dan's girlfriend. We work together on the business. I'm a full-time teacher for a secondary school, and I also have my own dance academy as well as doing Juice Bus alongside.
I'm Em. I'm a full-time uni student, full-time uni nutrition student. I've been in the business for almost a year, and I'm STD aiming for SC this month.
Cool. Okay, guys. So, Cass, do you want to do a little bit about you and like your story really quickly?
Yeah, okay. So, those of you that don't know me, Beth, I'm doing the business. I started the business about 18 months ago now. Just because I'd lost a bit of weight, and the person that I kept referring the product, like customers back to from where I got the product off, she was basically really shit, and I was just like basically lying in her pocket. But at the time I was on benefits, I didn't have no money, I just had a newborn baby, and I just thought, like, why am I giving this girl like all this custom when I could be lying in my own pocket? So I literally was just like, right, 50 quid, I'm just gonna have to do it. So I just bit my tongue. I paid the £50 sign up. At that time I'd lost probably about a stone in weight. My first month I absolutely smashed it. I got about 30-40 orders, and then after that every month has just been quite steady with orders. I don't think I've ever done under like 30 orders in a month. So yeah, like I just smashed through the business. And do you know what, like the good thing about it is like I went through the business so quick that I didn't even have time to understand the business. And then like even now, like everyone's like they come in the business and they're like, oh, like I don't know what I'm doing, blah blah blah. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but where I smashed it so quick and built such a good team, like I didn't even have a chance to understand the business. So anyway, like I was going through all these like promotions, and I was like, oh my god, I promoted! Like how did I even promote? And then like I still don't even understand really the 40-60 rule and the 70-30 rule and all things like that anyway. But yeah, so I just went through all of these promotions. I carried on losing my weight. Within 7 months, I'd lost 7 stone. I was also pregnant with my second baby. And I just had a really good pregnancy. And then with the pregnancy, it just like I like sort of blossomed with it. So I was like blossoming through my pregnancy, and then I just sort of like used it to my advantage, and then blossomed through the business as well. In December last year, well, no, not last year. Was it December 15? Yeah, 15. Yeah, of course it was. Like, sure. Like, when did I have Bunny? Bunny's like almost a year old. Basically, when I was pregnant with Bunny, in the December. Hold on, I need to turn this skybox off. I come down with really bad gallstones, and like they basically said to me that I had a 1 in 6 chance of losing Bunny, and 1 in something like 1 in 200 chance of dying myself, like from an infection and things. And do you know what? Like my midwife and that was like you're doing really well with Juice Plus. Like keep them going with it. Like with it, my surgeon said that like it was the best thing he could have recommended me to do. And so many people just slated me, and I carried on going through with like the product and everything like throughout my pregnancy. And you know, I still believe to this day that if it weren't for this product, like I probably wouldn't be here. It gave me like all like the nutritional support and that, and do you know what, it just like made my mind focus on something. I didn't give up. I was in hospital, and I remember Alex ringing me, and he was like how you doing, babe, and all things like that. And I was just like, yeah, I'm getting there, I'm trooping along. Like I had a young baby and a husband, and I was having to lay in a hospital bed and that, like really ill, but I still managed to push through it. In the January, just like this January, I went PMD in the business. For those that don't know and that have just started the business, that's the top of the company in positions. You can still get higher with your clubs and things, but that's a complete different story for those that just joined. But yeah, it's the highest position in the business, and it's like a £28,000 bonus. So it's an amazing, like life-changing amount of money as well. But yeah, I mean, like we all start at the bottom. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to the top. I mean, a lot of people have been in the business a lot longer and are still not at PMD in the business. But just to say, like, the opportunity's there, and you've done the best thing really by starting the business and jumping on like this Zoom call as well. So but yeah, so PMD within 16 months, I lost 7 stone in weight. But as well, I don't want to go into too much detail about my story because so many people have heard it. Like, I hate keeping repeating myself. But yeah, so that's just a bit about me.
Cool.
Great,
so in terms of like your always smashing orders from like last month, wasn't it something like over 200 orders you did?
Yeah.
So how do you go about getting orders? Is it that you've got a wide network of people on social media? Is it that, do you think it's because you're a product of the product? Like, what is it you think that makes people attract to you?
Do you know what? Everyone says to me, oh, it's only because you've lost that amount of weight. It's really nothing to do with my weight loss. That obviously it helps because people can relate to me. But I've got a girl, Emily, she's lost like 10 stone and she gets nowhere near the amount of custom that I get. Now, I believe it's about confidence. I believe that obviously you've got to be a product of the product, be it weight loss, weight gain, or if you're just doing it for health. But I do believe it comes down to confidence. And when you believe in yourself, then I think that shines through a lot. Like in the beginning, like when you go on like Time Hop and I look back at like my statuses from like a year ago, like they probably cringe me out and that. Like I was just like so boring. Like there was like no like feeling, no enthusiasm, no motivation and that behind my posts. And that's obviously why there's a big difference in the amount of customers I was getting this time last year. But yeah, now I think it's mainly down to confidence. I think that it shines through your posts. I mean, I only use like Facebook really. I go on Instagram, but do you know what? Like my little box in the corner's got about 20 odd messages in it, and I don't even answer them because I hate Instagram. Like I literally hate it. But yeah, like Facebook is the one. If like everyone says, oh, it's Fitch book and it's brag book and things like that, like people hate on Facebook. If you can use Facebook the right way, you're gonna smash this business. If you can use it to your advantage, I mean, you've got to be adding people each and every day, and you've just got to let your personality shine through Facebook and be confident. Like when you're not confident, people can pull you to pieces. No one on this earth would ever go to town on me really on Facebook about this business or about this product because I know my shit now. Do you know what I mean? I'm confident with it. So it's all about confidence.
Do you ever find that you get referrals from your customers? Like, do you ask for referrals, or does that naturally happen?
No, do you know what? I always tell my team, like, add 5 to 10 people a day, less mutual friends as possible. Reason being, so then you don't tread on people's toes. But I don't actually add people. Like, I physically can't now because I've reached my friend limit. But like, I don't add people. But yeah, they do. A lot of them are referrals. Like today, after this, I've got to put through like a bronze order. And like her friend signed up like 2 days ago, and she's like, oh, like she feels so good within just 2 days. 2 days? Can I sign up? I was like, oh yeah, of course you can, hon, blah blah blah. So yeah, a lot of them are from referrals. So if you look after your customers and you be sweet with your customers, they'll tell their friends, and that's the biggest positive effect that it can have is when you look after customers and look after your team and that, and people just want to jump on board.
Awesome.
And with regards to doing this full time, how many hours do you realistically work a day? Do you treat it like a normal working day where you get up at say 7 o'clock and finish at 5 or finish at 10 or?
I've never really worked a normal job. When I was about 15, 16, I worked for my mum in a salon, and that was like normal like salon time. So like it'd be like 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening, and then 2 days a week it'd be open till 8. But again, then because it was my mum's salon, I could like come and go as I want. Then I worked in a call center, and that was like long dragged out days, and I used to just sit on my phone anyway. And then like before I worked for Juice Plus, like I was like just doing like mobile nails and beauty and that here and there, so I could work when I want. So like with this, like it's hard to say like is it like how much time I put in, because I'm constantly on my phone anyway. So even if I'm not replying to inboxes, I'm uploading statuses. Even if they're not like really salesy, they're indirect like statuses anyway. So like when people say to me, oh, do you work full time? I'd personally say yes, that I do work full time, because every single mortal thing I do is an indirect way of selling. Even if I go to Aldi and that, yeah, like I'll go and do my food shop, and there's this lady in Maidstone one, 'cause I remember I was doing a food shop down by my mum's, and there was a lady in there, and she was like, oh my god, like your baby's so cute, you look so well. And I was like, oh thanks. And she was like, how old is she? I was like at the time she must have been about 3-4 months old. And I was like, oh, about 3 months old. And the lady was like, oh my god, you look so well. And I was like, oh thanks. I was like, I have, you know, I've lost 7 stone. Boom, that was it. She was asking me questions left, right and centre. So no matter what I do, I'm always talking about it. Like if I can make a conversation up, like after this, I've just noticed that I've got like this bit of hair. I've never had this bit of hair before, and I've only just realised. So that is going up as a status and a picture, just to say, like a little indirect thing about like the caps and that. Because I've never even realised that little bit of hair grew. But everything I do is just down, like it's just indirect sales. Like it hasn't got to be salesy. Like you'll hardly, if I'm really busy, I'll copy and paste the status that one of my team members has put. But if I'm not busy, and I've got time to write, like you'll never ever see me write something on Facebook. Like I can't even give you an example because I don't write them. But like you know, like when you see someone and they write like, oh, premium caps, and they put a picture of caps and they'll say, message me for more info. I hate that with a passion. People know to message you for more information. Don't be salesy. Don't write it. Like I hate little things like that. But yeah, so I'd say that I work this job 24/7. I'm constantly on my phone, even if I don't mean to be. It just comes naturally now. Yeah. So
cool. Okay, so the real question I suppose we all want to know on the Zoom call is, like, we've got a note down here, motivation and self-discipline. But I want to know, like, what is the self-talk that you say to yourself? Like, what does Cassie Smith say to herself each morning? Like, how do you stay so focused and on the ball and like so consistent as well?
Do you know what? I don't actually know. Like I wake up every morning and like the first thing I do is go on my phone. So straight away I've got people inboxing me so negative. Like I've got so many little neg heads that are just floating around my Facebook. Like through my inbox, on my Instagram, on my YouTube thing, like they just like people just give it to me all the time, and I'm just like, right, cut it out, Cass. Don't worry, you're better than this. And then straight away I go on my Instagram, and then I look at people like that, like little Instagram models and that. And the first thing I say to myself is, I'm an Instagram model. Like I do truly believe that I should have been a model, like not like just by looks and things like that, but like I'm quite good with things like that. Like I like to edit my pictures, and I like to feel or think, should I say, that I can stand out from the crowd. Like I believe that I do honestly. Oh, hello, can you hear me? Oh, right. Yeah, no, I do honestly and truly believe that this was meant to happen. I was meant to be depressed. I was meant to gain weight. I was meant to be unhappy for something to change in my life. It was meant to happen, and it was meant, like I'm a true believer of fate and karma and things like that. So I believe that it was all meant to happen for a reason, and it was meant to change my life around. And because I feel like that something beyond that has made that happen, then I need to work with it, and I need to make the most of it, because I do believe as well, like we are just running with this business now. Like this is just taking off, and it is only just taking off. I know the business has been around for a very, very long time, but it's just happening. So I feel like we should be head first in this business and working our asses off every single day as if we're a DLR, regardless what our status is. Like PMD, like what does PMD mean? It don't mean nothing. Like it's no different to a DLR. We should all be waking up every single morning as if we've just started the business and we've got that fire in our belly. So but like the main thing that focuses me really, like before I would have said, oh, I look at my children and they're my why and things like that, but it's not. It's because I just want more out of life. Like regardless if it's for my children or for myself or for Bill or whatever, I just want more. Like I've got so many goals and so much that I want, and I know that every day if I wake up and I've just got a positive head on my shoulders, I can do it, and I know I can. And if I keep myself positive, then I'll be making a big influence on other people, which is then automatically going to grow my business as well. Do you know what I mean? So like if I just spread that little positive glitter everywhere, knowing that it's going to improve my day, I can improve other people's. It's going to make my business build.
So with that, what would you say to people that maybe don't have a lot of self-belief or confidence that are starting out?
It's hard because confidence grows, and like in the beginning I didn't have a lot of confidence, but like when someone believes in you, or like you need to start, first of all you need to start believing in yourself a bit, and you need to ask for advice. You need to, like, there's no point sitting there and thinking, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this, and keeping quiet about it. If you feel like you're not going to be able to do it, you need to speak to someone about it, because that person needs to then reassure you that you can do it, because you're not going to grow as a person. Your confidence is not going to grow if you're just sitting there with your mouth shut. It's not going to happen. Like, I probably wouldn't have grown if it weren't for Alex, because out of all my uplines, Chantel, Justine and things like that, no one believed in me more than Alex. Alex really truly did believe in me. All right, I didn't ring him every single day, and he didn't ring me every single day, but I knew he was there. And just for someone to say to me like you're gonna make PMD, and that, like, Bill, my own husband, he didn't believe in me. He didn't think this was gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? But like, obviously I am quite a like self-motivated person, but only reason is because my confidence did grow slowly. It's not going to happen overnight. And then people that haven't got no confidence, they need to open their mouths, and you need to have a voice with it, because we can't help you and you can't help yourself until you say something. So like all the people that are sitting here now and they're like, oh, like I sort of feel the same, or I feel like I can't post because like I haven't got the confidence to post and I don't know what to write and things. You need to ask for advice. You need to ask for opinions, and then we can give you that little push in the right direction. It might be one single little word or one single little sentence that someone's going to give you that can trigger that off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it is. You just need to grow as a person, and you need to ask questions, and you need to get out of your comfort zone more than anything.
Yeah, I think what you just said about you know, how Alex was your motivator. I think it's important that people know that if your direct upline isn't the person that's motivating you, like you're paying 5 people above you, so you need to just keep going up until you find someone that you feel you relate to, or you can get support from. Definitely. So Dan, what did you want to round off with?
So in terms of on the subject of motivation, like bonuses and promotions, like what's the importance of staying on track to get your promotion, and like why is it so beneficial for you as a representative of Juice Plus to, you know, keep your foot on the gas?
You know what? I know so many people in this business. Like right, when I started, right, I remember I think it was Demi Donnelly put up a picture of loads of Juice Plus, and I inboxed them, and I was like, oh, how did you get, because I had no idea what I was doing in the beginning. I was like, how did you get all that Juice Plus? Is it a wholesale order? And she ignored, and I was like, oh my God, you bitch. Like, she probably ignored me. And then like now that I've been speaking to people as I've got higher in the business, like I sort of like understand why she ignored me, sort of thing. Like it wasn't relevant, and like so many people in this business like do just ask you stupid questions and waste your time. But even though she ignored me, I wasn't happy. But like with like positions and bonuses and that, like it is so important. Like you, like when I was talking to Amy McDermott, and she was saying like at one point in her business, like she got all the way, I can't remember what position it was. I think it was EMD or something like that, NMD, EMD. And she took her foot off the pedal, basically. She smashed through her business, she smashed through her bonuses, she got them all through, she had a nice bit of money to play with, and then she literally did take her foot off the pedal, and her pay line dropped, like everything just dropped in her business. Her clubs dropped in her business, and she was at, say, an EMD position, but her pay line was of an SDD or an SC, and it can happen so quickly, and it is very frightening, and it is very worrying, because obviously I'm at a PMD position, and thankfully like I'm going over my PMD pay line, so I know that if I was to go short 1 month, like I'm all right, like I'm sort of in the safe zone. But it can happen. But I think that that's what should keep you motivated, and that should keep your buzz there, knowing that like what if it was to drop. Like, it needs to make you have that little adrenaline rush in your stomach, knowing, okay, if I do it, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be near on my next position, which means I'm going to get a bigger bonus. But my main thing was to say to all of you as well is, don't focus on you, don't focus on your bonus, even though obviously it's a great thing to have. Like, I'm still reconfirming my EMD bonus. I should be getting that next month. So I haven't even started to reconfirm my PMD. But you need to focus on your team. I found a lot as well that if I focus on me, my team starts slack. Like, I'm always focusing, like, say if I'm like, I need to get this amount of orders and I need to get that amount of orders and I need to do this, but I find that if it's all very self-centered, everyone else around me starts to crumble, and then that makes me crumble anyway. So if you focus on your team hitting promotions and hitting targets and things like that, or even if they're not and they've just got one order, that one order still goes towards you. So just remember, you're helping other people benefit them, and then you're going to grow automatically. Like, I was quite selfish for a long time, and I was always worried about my own bonuses and building just me, not letting other teams use my progress pictures and things like that. And I didn't realise that helping others is just going to make me grow naturally. Like yous don't benefit me and I don't benefit you, but we're sidelines. And just by helping you, like, I'm helping some of your team, but you hosting it is helping some of my team. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just lifting each other, and then it just making us all grow. Like, you don't realize how far down you can help someone, but yet how far up to your position it can actually change your business. But yeah, a bonus, that's good incentives just there. Like I think my first bonus I was like majorly chuffed with was the £1,800 bonus. I think that's SSC, I think, isn't it? 1,800. That one for me. My Q&MD bonus, that I bought my first Rolex, like things like that, like just knowing that them little things that I couldn't buy before, them luxuries, I can now have. It wasn't even my last bonus, but my last paycheck I ended up buying myself a Range Rover, like little things like that. I say little things, but it's obviously a big thing.
Accidental Range Rover purchase.
Yeah. I'd never thought that I would have been able to do. Like, when I was on benefits and that, I was just more worried about paying for a bloody sunbed course, or like being able to buy a bottle of sunbed cream off eBay and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, now I'm looking for like a piece of ground and I want a new mobile home. Like, you've got to have a goal, and if you don't have a goal, you're not going to get nowhere in this business. Like, my next goal obviously is a new home and that, so I know I've got to save. But you need to have a goal, you need to write it down, and what I will say is, guys, is save your bonuses. Because I've just spunked all of my money. I'm like, oh shit. So I just save your bonus. But yeah, no, it's a good thing to look forward to. Like, 2 of my girls reconfirmed this morning as well. So they was like, oh my god, like, I've got £1,800 bonus on its way. Like, that's without your wage. So if you smash the rest of this month, like, you're going to be killing the 10th. So. But yeah, like, a lot of the girls, they've just bought new sofas. One of my girls, Kimberly, she just bought a new car. So yeah, you need to be focusing and thinking of the future and not thinking about now. If you're having a shit time now, don't worry about it, because you've still got the rest of the month to try and get to your next target, to reconfirm or whatever.
Yeah. So if for those people that are stuck in a rut and kind of lacking a bit of motivation, what kind of maybe 2 or 3 things can they go away and do?
Okay, so if like, because I done it like the other day, like, also proper, I was so negative and I was thinking, right, my business is basically just going to go to pot if I don't snap out of it. You need to turn your phone off, you need to get a pen and paper out, and you need to write in the middle of the thing where I am now, circle it, and then put out little arrows in that and be like where I want to be and how I'm going to do it. You need to see it visually. Like, there's no point putting it in your brain. You need to see it visually, and then from them little stems that you've put out to think, right, where am I going to be? You need to do something physical with it. You need to actually physically do it. You need to sort of switch off a little bit. You need to have a break. You need to take a breather, because the business can be quite overwhelming sometimes, especially if you've got children and they're doing your brain in and you're stressed right out, or you've had a long day at work and you feel like you're not getting nowhere with it, you need to set up your buffer. Everyone's got the app buffer. Set it up so that if you physically can't post, it's going to post for you. You're not missing out. I've got a new DMO that I done the other day as well. So it's got like 19 posts each day. Everyone says to me, "Oh, Cass, like I'm doing people's brains in and that." Like, it don't matter. If people don't want to see your stuff on Facebook and they're negging you out over it, delete them, or they know where the unfollow button is or the block button. Let them get rid of you on your Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. I've fallen out with so many people in this, like that was meant to be friends. I've just fallen out with because I've realised they're not even my friends. Like, they don't even want to see me do good. So just any neg heads, you need to just take off your Facebook or delete. Anyone that's got something to say or their little sly crafty little comments all the time, you need to delete them off your Facebook. If you can't get an order, you need to ask yourself why. What are you doing that's different? What are you doing that's unique? What are you doing? Why should someone come to you rather than someone else? Why should someone order with, like, say, one of you than order with me? So what is it that you're doing different to everyone else? Like, are you being motivational? Like, if you can't motivate yourself, how do you expect other people to find you motivational as well? Like, if you're sitting there and you're in a rut and you think, "Oh, well, I give up and I can't bother to do it no more," or "I can't bother to go to the gym," how do you expect them people that want to look at you as an inspiration to pick themselves up and say, "I'm going to go to the gym because Cassie's gone to the gym and she's done it and she's smashed it, so I'm going to go"? If I sit there and say, "Well, I can't bother to go to the gym and I'm going to sit here and eat a big fat Easter egg and I'm going to sit and cry and watch Bridget Jones," or something like that, people's going to, "Cass can do it, so why can't I do it?" Do you know what I mean? Like, how's that motivational? But like, do you know what I think? It's just all in your head. Like, if you believe I can't do it, you won't do it. But if you believe I can do it and I will do it and I'm going to smash it, you will do it. It's all about getting that fire back in your belly and getting that buzz and that spirit back.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We've actually finished on the questions, but I've got one more for you.
Okay.
It's something that I listened to a podcast called MLM Nation. I don't know if you've heard about it. Emma Snedden recommended it to me. And it's where this guy interviews all the top people in network marketing. And the final question in each episode is if you were put in a box and put on an aeroplane to another country, say America, all of your phone contacts and Facebook was deleted and you had to start again as a dealer, what's the first thing you would do and where would you go?
What if I was in a box?
You just got put into another country and they said, "Go and build a network." What would you do?
You can get out the box.
Yeah.
Get out of the box.
Yeah.
What's the first thing I'd do if I was starting as a dealer? Yeah.
Yeah, and you knew no one.
Oh my God! Right, I'd probably go to a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I'd stand in the queue, and I'd stand right at the back of the queue, and I'd work my way down from the back, and I'd stand behind someone, and I'd be like, "Oh God, do you know what? I don't even know what I'm gonna order," and I'd make a conversation with the person in front of me, and then they'd probably look at me like I'm crazy, and I'd be like, "So what do you fancy? Because it's a bit cold outside," or something like about the weather or something. If they'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get like a skinny latte," and I'd be like, "What's in that then?" And then they'd be like, "Oh, like I don't know, because I don't even know what a bloody skinny latte is." Like, cream. "Oh, really? I'm doing that gluten and wheat and dairy free diet. What do you reckon I can have in here?" And then start a conversation like that. And then they'd be like, "Oh, how come you're doing that?" And I'd be like, "Right, well, I've lost 7 stone in weight, and this is how I've done it." And then that's how I would do it. And then I'd like, and do you know what? Like, there's so many people in this bit. Like, I'd just pitch the shit out of them, I think. But I would just start a conversation with people in like public places, or like I'd go to, like, say if I haven't got the children with me. If the children come in the box, I'd go for somewhere with the children. like a little playground thing or something like that, and just talk to all the mums and that. But that's what I mean. Like the other day, like when that Jeff Roberti was on stage, and he was saying, like, when he started, they didn't have Facebook and social media in that. So you need to literally start from the bottom. Like, what would you do if you didn't have social media? Like, what's the first thing you do? Would you go to a high street and hand out leaflets? Would you go to a gym and speak to people in the gym? Like, we need to think back to the basics. We all rely on social media, but if we didn't have it, what would we do? But yeah, no, that's a good question. But I would definitely go to like a coffee shop or something, or I'd go and sit in like a House of Fraser and like have my makeup done and chat to the girls in there, and they'd be like, "Oh, Cass, like your skin is so clear." I'd be like, "Babe, that's premium cat." Heard of it? Like I really would. Like I'd probably go for it. But I literally can sell ice to an Eskimo. Like I'm quite good at things like that.
Brilliant.
But, all right then, Dan, what would you do?
I would probably do something similar, but I'd go to a gym because that's where you can find the fitness-related people who are sort of into, you know, getting in shape and stuff. Go from there. But that is the common answer. People do always say that they go and network the old school way, but social, like record everything so that you whatever you're doing in your life is being marketed online, so you can reach people and just go crazy, adding new friends again, start again.
Yeah, I mean, can you not get out the box and go to a phone shop and buy a new phone?
Yeah, you've got a phone, you just have no contacts on it.
Oh, no contact, okay.
Yeah. Is it frozen? Cass? No.
Yeah, I think it is.
Can everyone else still hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got some time to fill. What should we do? Any questions? Should we wrap it up, guys? This is a bit awkward now. Right, guys, thanks for getting on the call. If Cass comes back, we'll continue, but if not, we'll call it a night, guys. Thanks for getting on, everyone.
Just to let you know that on Monday night in Bath, we have an event with Cassie, so that's the 21st, at the Hilton, 7:30 p.m. So anyone in the area, if you've got anyone down near Bath, invite them there, because it's going to be a literally mega killer event. So thanks for getting on, guys, and thanks to Cassie when she watches this back.
Great, and I'm going to upload this onto YouTube for anyone who wants to watch it back, okay?